Hello everybody, welcome to Emirates A380 business class, and in this vlog I will show you what I ate during my flight to Dubai and of course also on my return flight back home. So stay tuned and I'll let you know what I ate during my flight and the review.
It's so weird because it's so funny because if you go board business or first, there's almost nobody here. Or maybe I'm just late. But this is the airplane.
Okay. Enjoy your flight.
Thank you.
So the nice thing about the Emirates experience is that the business lounge is connected to the flight and there is no queue. So right now the only thing that we have to do is find our seat, and we have a window seat, which is of course very nice. When I am sitting down and I have stored my luggage a little bit, you can see here that there's some water and there is a remote where I can control the TV with, glass of orange juice, and in the little blue bag there are some slippers and an eye mask. So that's also very nice. And here is the first meal of the flight. So breakfast is served. After 1.5 hours being high in the sky, the flight attendant gave me my breakfast and also asked me what I wanted to drink: orange juice, coffee, tea, or apple juice, and I decided to go for the apple juice. Here you can see I have a mixed fruit platter with some strawberries, pineapples, berries, there's some melon, and there's also a piece of mango. So let's have a bite. The strawberries actually very fresh, so I really like the strawberries. The fruit platter. There's also a piece of croissant, as you can see, and there's also a plate with mixed meat, which is beef and chicken, with cucumbers and the piece of cheese. Here you have some yogurt. I didn't tasted it, but it was vanilla yogurt. There's also some jam to put on your croissant if you would like that, and some honey if you want to have that in your tea or on the food, but the food was already sweet enough for me. So yeah, this is the breakfast that I've gotten. To be honest, I did not really like the meat platter, so I give it a 6.5 out of 10 for the breakfast. Yeah, the meat was very tough for me to chew, but the croissant was very fluffy, flaky, hot, and yeah, that was actually very nice.
Would you like to have a glass of white wine or red wine?
No, thank you.
So at this moment dinner is served, and let's start with the starter. So here you can see there's some butter from France that we can of course put on the piece of fresh bread that they gave. The bread is actually very soft and very warm. It looks very tough, but it isn't. So that is very nice. And here is some olive oil for the salad in case you want to eat your salad, and the most delicious salmon tataki. So this was really the most delicious thing that I've eaten during my entire flight. I mean, look at this. I am a salmon lover personally, but I think that even if you are not a salmon lover, that you would like to eat this. So I really can recommend this, and I give this a 10 out of 10. Yeah, it's a 10 out of 10 because I actually wanted to have another plate. If I could have like one more, it would be amazing instead of my main course, but unfortunately that wasn't possible. So yeah, look at this, and me having one bite. and I was really enjoying this so much. It tasted so fresh, and the sauce that was added on it was also very, very nice and very matching. It was a little bit of sour, and it was just matching the salmon tataki very greatness. So yeah. So yeah, you really gotta try this out if you love salmon so much. So it's served with some salad with red onions, pepper berries, and some ponzu dressing. I personally don't like pepper berries, but I just ate the salmon, so it's all good. It's all good. 10 out of 10. Alright, so it's almost time to go over the main course, and there are 3 options. Here you can still see my starter, but let's go to the main course very soon. So there are 3 options: pan-fried lamb bouillon, the roasted chicken, or the Arabic spiced butter prawns. In the end, I chose the pan-fried lamb bouillon, and it is served with some thyme juice, roasted paprika, potatoes, blanched broccoli, and steamed carrots. The vegetables were actually very nice. It was really blending well with the sauce that they served. And the potatoes were also very good. Well, you can't go wrong with potatoes. But it was very nice. For me, the meat was a little bit too tough. So I gave it a 7.5 out of 10. It would have been nice if there was a little bit more juice. Because, yeah, if you cut the meat, it's a bit dry, to be honest. So yeah, so I don't know what I was doing here, but it was a little bit tough to eat the meat, so you can actually see it here on the video. So yeah, I hope that Emirates would make a little bit of an improvement for this, because lamb bouillon, it shouldn't be this way. But anyways, here is my dessert. So I actually could pick also the cheese platter, but in this case I chose the fruit because I was already very full. And there are some, again, strawberries, some melon, there is some berries, and I actually really liked it. So you can't go wrong with a fruit platter, so I give this a 10 out of 10. I mean, it was fresh and it really tasted well. There's even a piece of dragon fruit as well, and I really liked it. It's so refreshing when you're high in the sky. You gotta make sure you stay hydrated, so let's eat some fruit. So yeah, anyways, this is the food that I've gotten during my first flight, and I will of course as well record my return flight so you guys can see what the difference is. Hello everybody, and we're back on my second flight, which is actually my return flight from Dubai, and I am drinking a tonic with ice just because I have to stay hydrated, and I have a night flight, but I still opt in for the dinner. You don't have to if you don't want to, but I mean, if there's dinner, for me, I don't skip a dinner. So I picked the pan-fried beef tenderloin, served with juice and steamed snow peas, carrots, and new potatoes with herbs. So unfortunately, because it's a night flight, the flight attendant, they put off the lights because there were some of other people who just wanted to sleep and didn't opt in for the dinner. But yeah, there's a little bit of a low light, so sorry for this. I wish I had better lighting. But yeah, here's a piece of my carrot. And this meal actually tasted quite well. I think I'll even give it, I don't know, 7.5 out of 10 or an 8 out of 10. It was nice. It was definitely better than what I had on my other flights. And but it doesn't beat the salmon tataki. The salmon tataki was just so good. But yeah, I'm a salmon lover, so that's probably why that one was my favorite. I must say that the meal comes in quite nicely. You don't have to wait that long. And let's take another bite. Take a look at the meat. So it was succulent. It was nice, cooked well. It actually tasted like I was just in a normal bistro or a normal restaurant. So I really liked it. Let's say it's an 8 out of 10. Definitely an 8 out of 10, yeah. And after the beef tenderloin, we're moving on to another dish that I actually should have had as a starter, but I ended up eating after my main. So this is the smoked salmon with some, I think it was cream cheese, but it was really, really nice. I am a salmon lover. This does not beat the salmon tataki that I had in my other flight, but it's still very nice and very fresh to have some great salmon on board of your flights. So I'll give this a 9 out of 10. I will always pick salmon, but this is just a personal preference. Like if you are a salmon lover, this is something for you. Just pick the salmon. And here we are having one more bite. So here's the salmon, and there is just one more bite. I really enjoyed it. So compliments to Emirates for having such a nice food on board of the flight. And let's not forget to mention, we also received some garlic bread on the side and some butter. And this was actually nice to have with the salmon, but I ate it after I was done with the salmon. So this is kind of my logic when it comes to food. I'll just eat it in any order that I want. But yeah, that's just me. So even after this, there is still an option for dessert. If you would like to opt in, you can, and if you don't, it's not mandatory, of course. But yeah, if you love to have some desserts, the options were chocolate mango tart, some seasonal fruit, or the cheese board. And I am going to record how the cheese board looks like, but because it was already about 1 a.m., the light was already put off. A lot of people were already sleeping, and I was just having my dessert late at night. And here I am again. It is after midnight. I think it was about 1 a.m. in the morning, or even 2 a.m. So anyways, I just wanted to show my dessert, and it is the cheese board that I picked. A carefully chosen assortment of the boutique cheeses from around the world, served with some crackers and accompaniments. So yeah, this was actually the cheese board. Unfortunately, because the light is not really that perfectly well, I cannot show that much. Of course, I always drink a tonic on the side, so and that is actually very nice because you do need to stay hydrated, of course. But yeah, this is the cheese board. There's some blue cheese on it, I think even some Gouda cheese, and also some brie. So that was actually very nice. I gave it an 8 out of 10. But it would have been better if I picked the cheese board when it was maybe in the afternoon. If it's an afternoon flight, that would be nice. Not after midnight. So I was actually very, very full after this flight. But yeah, this was really nice. An 8 out of 10. And here I am again. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video again. If you want to stay connected, just like and subscribe, and see you in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.